Welcome, everyone. It's Jennifer Farmer here, and we are gathering in this session today to talk about our inspiration for June. Now, I want to welcome, if you're on my email community list, thank you for being here. If you're watching the replay, stay for the whole thing. We're going to have a good time. And for my spiritual growth members, if you'll stay after for this, I will talk about our group and community and what we're doing offline, but we will get started. So, everybody take a nice deep breath in. And exhale out. Now, sort of settle in for a minute. Like bring your mind and your body to the same place. That's right. Head above the heart and mind in chair or wherever you're at. Nice breath in. And as we enter the month of June, it is a great time to do just that, to sync up mind, body, and soul. And it's an important month because this last month in May, as you guys know, it's been pretty busy. People, responsibilities, things like that, that kind of maybe have pulled you in different directions. And if you guys remember, last month we talked about in May how we were meant to come home to ourselves to honor like self-love and compassion and to give in a balanced way, which means we had to be helpful to other people. Hopefully, you can think back in May and see that that kind of was going on with you. Now, June asks us all as beings, divine beings, to pause and to reflect on those deeper meanings in life. So if you're one of those people that say, I really need to slow down and to take some time to myself, this month in June is the month to do that. Because the overall energy is it's a high vibration month for us all. No matter what's going on in your life, we as a human being in this time, we're called to come back to our spiritual and mental reflection. So it's an intellectual month. It's a great time for you to learn something new. It's a great time to take a retreat and some key words. So if you're going to pull out your schedule and say, Jennifer, what's the inspiration for the month? As I say, how good are you at scheduling time for yourself to connect quietly or in nature or in a space where you're meditating? Because this is the energy this month that asks us to reflect on our deeper meaning in life. And we're going to do that in our meditation to recognize our soul's whispers and messages. And the reason it's important is our intuition, because of the energy that June brings, our intuition is going to be elevated a little bit. Our knowingness about things, right? We're all going to probably experience a little bit of tiredness. Like we want to sleep late. Doesn't mean you have to do it every day, but in those moments, remember when we're resting and sleeping, we're tuning into the spirit realm, right? You're recharging that way. So as we look at this month, think about syncing your spirit self with your physical self, because this mental month ahead allows us to connect with our guides, to maybe do a meditation challenge. And I will, and for those that follow me, I'm going to encourage you to take a meditation challenge. Do 3 days in a row. Why? Because it builds the vibration of it helps you, your physical world self, remember that you're a divine being. It also raises your spiritual power because it is a month that looks at thinking. Can we just not overthink? Okay. Any of you do any overthinking? So when I say we're gonna stretch mentally, think about what spirituality means to you. So let's pause. What is spirituality? How does that look in your world? Because everybody's spirituality will feel different. At the core, it's remembering we're divine spiritual beings. We're more than a physical body. Okay. There's a part of us that comes in this world, into this body, and will leave this body. Some people, it means peace. Some people, it means feeling connected to God or to virtues like faith and hope and light. It could be in how you treat people. Are you kind? So, how do you, number one, look at this month as I need to get charged spiritually? So, that it needs to be in your mindset. Okay. Why? Because in July, it gets really busy and you maybe won't have time to do it. So, June is our own piece. If we start each day with the fact that I am a divine being that needs nurturing spiritually, mentally, and emotionally, that this is the time that we call that back in. Now, I love to teach people and to share the gift of spiritual growth. So, but I know that there's many facets. So if you're a person that likes to read books, this is the month to read a book. This is look at your spiritual book that you like to do, meditation that works for you. It's meant to be, think about this. It's my time to go on the mountain, right? Everybody want to like climb on the mountain and get away. That's the energy that this month offers. And some of you are working full time or being caregivers for full time. I realize that's not available to everybody. But where is your own personal sanctuary in your home? Do you have a quiet space? Do you have 5 or 10 minutes that you dedicate for maybe reading, journaling, or maybe drawing an oracle card or praying or chanting? All of whatever makes you feel tuned in spiritually and unplugged from the outside world so you can feel what your soul and higher self, what you can feel and sense and know what your higher self wants to say to you. Now, as we look at, we've talked about some activities. Number one, it's a thinking month. So realizing how elevated is your thinking? Are you focusing on spiritual goals, spiritual values, learning something new? That's going to be all supportive. Do you sleep in late when you want to? Why? Because you're connecting to spirit. Now that is important that we take that time to ourselves, but not, we don't have to isolate or meditate for an hour every day to get to that space of peace. I always think in meditation, like if we could get 12 minutes of just getting relaxed with the body, which is what we're fixing to do, focused on the breath, relaxing, and start to feel the inner soul expand. Because that's where the inexhaustible power that fuels our passions, that fuels our senses, and nurtures our emotions comes from. So if you feel fragmented, don't worry. This month, Spirit is going to glue you back together, right? So let's talk about some spirit helpers that may help you. Now, Archangel Raziel, we don't hear a lot about Raziel, but I love Raziel because Archangel Raziel, and you don't have to know you don't need to know their name and serial number to work with them. You can call on Archangel Raziel is our spiritual teacher. So when we look at Archangel Raziel, we invite, because it is a learning and knowledge and wisdom month from your soul, okay? Making time to tune in and turn on that channel is your next step, right? And you can do it, and it doesn't have to be perfect. You remember it for 3 days, you forget. Just come back to, have you gotten centered? Ask your soul these questions, which we're going to do together. We're going to practice some meditation, and that again can be mindfulness. But what it means is that we're not worried about the future. We're not looking at the past. We're in the present, and we're feeling the presence of our current breath, our current knowingness. So we can download wisdom. So think of the crown chakra for a minute. That's where we're connected to divine energy, divine source. And it has to get through our head to get to our heart, right? So our soul is in our heart space here. If we're opening that channel, we're not protecting ourselves from fear and worry. We open that channel, then we can expand our higher self, and then we can be able to open for knowledge. Now, what kind of knowledge do we want? Well, honestly, we got to remember we can't control other people, places, and things. All we can do is we can invite or set the intention on how we want to respond energetically to life. That's what we can control. And even sometimes we screw that up, right? You're like, oh, I intended to do this and this went by the wayside, right? Less than perfect is okay. So think about who you want to be spiritually this month in June. You may be meeting family or doing vacations. If you are, unplug the phone, pay attention. Unplug from everything, all conversations that cause you worry and stress. Because remember, it's sort of like your retreat to the mountain this month. And the goal, like what are we supposed to accomplish? How about feeling good and at peace and knowing that with the ups and downs in life and the channels in life, we have the wisdom available to us to help us solve our problems that we need for now, to be in a space of love within ourselves and ease, love and ease. Think about that for a minute. Because the spirit of energy, if you think about the sun rises and sets every day with ease, it doesn't worry if the gas is going to go to $10 a gallon. It just keeps rising and falling, right? So think about no matter what's going on outside, I am showing up as a divine being, knowing that there are struggles right now. We're all feeling it. There is, you know, whether we hear it on the news or the radio or we hear it from neighbors or we've unplugged from all those news and social media, that's fine too. But nobody has their head in the sand right now. We're seeing this on a regular basis. So, how do we let our spiritual disciplines comfort us, bring us peace in the midst of turmoil? So, we invite Archangel Raziel. Now, I'm going to go ahead and start our intention practice. I hope this sort of speaks to you. So, our inspiration is to be inspired spiritually. Let the spiritual power within us expand to give us energy, wisdom, and guidance. So, Archangel Raziel is the name of Raziel is the secrets of God. And why? Because we don't have to solve all of our life's problems, but we need to know how to get through the day 24 hours at a time. Our job is just not to worry about it. Anybody relate? Like, let me think about that. If I worry about it, something's going to come to me, right? Remember, on the mountain, we're above our problems. Think about that for a minute. Sort of visualize yourself right now, starting to move out of your house, visually moving up, like you're leaving your physical world and you're going into the mountain where it's beautiful and you see the beautiful mountain range where all peace is there. Feel that for just a moment. Now we invite Archangel Raziel to help us connect to our soul's purpose in this time. Now, since Raziel is our spiritual teacher, to grow spiritually means we take the principles and tools and we practice using them. We ask for the guidance. We trust the knowings and the wisdom that goes with it. You guys follow me on this? Right? So as we look at inviting Raziel to be in with us, let me grab my notes for a second. So in this time, it's about you. Now, let me make that clear. That's not being selfish. It is about the spiritual you. We want to step into your innate spiritual presence, your higher self. And most people describe their higher self as feeling calm or confident or knowing. Some people feel peaceful. Some people feel powerful. Wherever you are, do you know what your higher self? Do you know when you're in your higher self frequency or in your worldly frequency? And this month is kind of like just pay attention And remember, get because your soul knows its frequency. You're just getting back aligned to it. I like Raziel because we get the wisdom to live our day to day life. And it comes in a simple form, a knowing, a feeling, a sense, a word, a song. Okay. But Archangel Raziel can help us understand where we might be spiritually blocked. Maybe we don't want to forgive. Maybe we have protected our heart. Maybe we are afraid of our abilities, our psychic abilities. Maybe we just don't want to know or look. This is where we invite Raziel to help us understand the mysteries of our life, the whys and the whats. So as you begin to look at, now, if you're a person that likes to hold stones and things like that, labradite is a great stone if you're going to work with Raziel. I also like looking at if you can kind of focus on your crown chakra. Sorry, your third eye. Not your, I'm thinking crown, but if you can kind of just bring your awareness to the top three chakras, which is what we're fixing to do, we can invite Archangel Raziel to help us grow spiritually this month, to give us those knowings. So as we begin, these are the questions you want to contemplate. Remember, this month is not about do, do, do. It's about meaning, meaning, meaning. Understanding the meaning of you and what your light, your soul, your beingness, you're here at this certain time. You have something to give and to offer, and you also deserve time to recharge. So if we think about, and these sound like big questions, okay? But we can go and ask Raziel, what's my soul's mission at this time? So let that sit with you a minute. Breathe in. Forget about your task list. You're on the mountain. You're in that mountain sphere above all your problems, worries, and concerns, your aches and pains. What is your mission at this time? Try to let whatever flows flow. What is my gift to the world? What is my gift to the world? And let that sit with you. What's my next level of spiritual growth? What's my next level of spiritual growth? Let that sit with you. Kind of let, because we're going to do our invitation in our meditation. These are the kind of questions where you may get responses or feelings in the next little bit. What do I need to release to move forward with my soul's purpose now? What do I need to release to live my soul's purpose now? What is one thing I can do this month to fulfill my purpose? What is one thing I can do to fulfill my purpose? And remember, this month is not all about do, do, do. It's about be, be, be. So if you're a doing person, practice being, or before you do action, what is the deeper meaning in this activity? What is the deeper meaning in why I'm doing this? That begins to spark your soul's, are you and your soul in sync with your mission? And then as we go into our invitation, what do you want me to know or understand about my journey? What do you want me to know or understand about my journey? So these are the questions, and I'll put these in our replay in our email. But these are the questions that maybe you take one a week and you sit with it and just see as you ask it every day, you may get a different response because it's not one answer all the time. Every day we have a new energy pattern. Now, we all have what I call a, a soul's note. like a soul's frequency, like I'm a giver, right? And I enjoy that. Only, you know, and I need to moderate and make sure that I'm doing it from a soul's passion because it brings me joy, not to accomplish some other goal, if that makes sense. I'm doing it because I love it, you see. So as we talk with Archangel Raziel, let's go ahead and start with a prayer, and then we're going to do a meditation together. Okay, give me just a moment. Oh, I've got my, here it is. So now we're just going to invite our spirit helper, God, your higher self, Raziel. And you can, as I'm working through this, thinking about the month of June, what kind of intention, how would you, and you might be thinking about all your schedule. Who do you want to be in this time? Archangel Raziel, I invite you to come and work with me now. Nice breath in. Pause. Bless me with your knowledge and secrets of the universe so that I can fulfill my soul's destiny or purpose at this time. Pause. I'm open for you to help me release any negative beliefs or barriers that I may clearly, so that I may see clearly, hear and feel and understand the divine wisdom within me and that you share with me. Pausing with that. Thank you for your gifts of wisdom and helping me trust myself more. I'm ready to move forward in my next level of spiritual growth and using my natural gifts for the good of all. Nice breath in. So, as we enter into this month, this is the frequency that we want to bring. What's my deeper wisdom about this situation? Instead of focusing on the problem or the concern, it's what's underneath that. What wisdom am I gaining from this? The wise wisdom on the top of the mountain. So think about spiritual maturity in this month. I always feel like life is meant that all of our thoughts and prayers, that we are spiritual in nature and as a divine being. I feel like we maybe lose awareness of that while we're getting our groceries and paying bills and talking to loved ones and taking care of pets, and we might forget who we are in those activities. And that's my thought for you this month is, who are you spiritually? If I were to take off your physical body and I was to touch your soul's energy and expression, who would I feel? What would it be like to be you without your physical world? Think of spirituality in this place because that's the frequency of your soul. Now, let's go ahead. We are going to look at this month as an opportunity to learn something new, to practice some spiritual awareness, some discipline, kind of come from a space of pause and what spiritual qualities do I want to bring into this moment? And so let's go ahead and start our meditation. So raise those shoulders up because remember, you're a wise, mature, spiritual soul. Go ahead and close your eyes if that helps you focus and relax. Taking just some gentle breaths. And I want you to let your whole body relax. That's right. Relaxing your head, the space behind your eyes, your shoulders. You might notice where you have tension, kind of breathe into that. Relaxing your fingers and toes. And begin to become very present in your physical body. Feeling comfortable. Notice your jaw. Let your jaw relax. I want you to visualize or imagine that I am with you now and I tap the top of your head. And in that, I tap electric life energy down your head, down through your spine, lighting up your spine. Filling it with spiritual energy, frequency, electricity, charging your soul up. Just allow that beautiful light to come down, down, down through your head, your shoulders, and out the soles of your feet. And your next breath in, let's breathe a little deeper. And as you breathe in, you feel your beingness expand. That's right. Your beingness expand. I want you to mentally, within yourself, invite your higher self to turn on, to wake up, to come forward in your essence. That's right. You begin to feel this frequency within you that is you, but more than you. And as this frequency, it is love, it is power, it is energy, your soul's energy. I want you to imagine that expanding outside your body and out your aura. Stronger. Now this presence, this energy is your higher self, your soul's essence. You're opening up now to receive wisdom and guidance. As you breathe in, invite your higher self, help me feel you, know you, honor you. Not the world wants of you, but what my soul wants of you. Make that honorary commitment. I'll listen to you. I'm tuned in. Just now imagine or visualize you and your higher self as one being. You and your higher self merging, and you are now your higher self. Stronger. Notice how you feel as your higher self. And in this next moment, I want you to imagine now your higher self is stepping out of your physical body. That's right. Just visualize your higher self stepping out and to the right of you, of your physical body. It may feel uncomfortable, but just imagine that your soul is free, free of the body, expanding in the room, joyously. Now, imagine this, your beautiful soul stepping back into this body. That's right, come back into the body. And notice how the energy tingles as your soul comes back into the body. Now, thinking about the month of June, ask your higher self for a word or a phrase that can help you be more of your higher self. What's the essence you want to grow to? It should feel easy and flowing. Your soul wants to help you feel fulfilled and happy and joyful and confident. What do you hear, sense, or feel that your soul wants to bring you, your higher self, in this moment? Be open to receive it. You don't have to make anything happen. Just be open to receive or what flows through you in this space now. Feeling calm, at ease, on your mountaintop. You're doing wonderfully. Take this moment to acknowledge I am a divine being. That I'm bringing more meaning to my life and the activities of my life. And stepping into my own spiritual authority. That right, this month you become your own spiritual authority, letting your soul and your higher self and the wisdom within you be your North Star. Bringing your awareness here back with me now. Coming back in the present, in this space, in this sacred space. Taking a nice big stretch, coming back and kind of feel like your higher self is stretching, coming out, letting the freedom come within you. So as you look it forward into this month, even with your other activities, where can you bring your spiritual power? Where can you rest? Where can you learn new things? Where can you spend time just like we just did? And if you just want to listen to this replay again and do this practice a couple of times a week, that will be so much to help you recenter and live from a space of your divine essence while we're going through our day-to-day life. As we begin to bring in this inspiration, we kind of know the direction we want to go, maybe a spiritual retreat. Speaking of spiritual retreats, I have spiritual retreat in October in Texas, and I have a spiritual weekend in um, New York. I'll put that in the email. I just posted the spiritual weekends in October um, actually today on my website. Now, as we begin to think about our inspiration for the month, I hope this was helpful to you. I hope you will continue to listen. Now, um, I'm going to turn the recording off and I'm going to just answer some questions you guys may have about that. And then if you guys will hang out, if my spiritual members are here, I want to talk to you just a couple of pieces around well, I'll just say that now. For our spiritual growth members, we are focusing on, and if you're not a spiritual growth member and you want to know about that, you can just reply to the email with the replay. But our spiritual growth community, we are going to dive into the Akashic records this month, and we're going to experiment at getting knowledge from our Akashic records. We're meeting on a regular Thursdays, and I look forward to sharing that with you. We're going to have a guest speaker, yay, in August that came through, and she's going to come in and talk to us about vibrational alignment. I love her. I love all her aura sprays. So for our members, I hope this inspiration. I look forward to seeing you in class. If you're open to the spiritual retreat or you want to know about the one in Dallas, let me put that in the chat now. And then I'm going to go ahead and turn our recording off and answer your questions. All right, let me grab here's this. Here is the spiritual retreat in Texas. That's there. And let me go ahead and turn our recording off for just a moment.